friend and now a best-selling author, Amrita Dutta. She has recently published a fantastic thriller, and it will entertain you. It will take you through a journey of love, betrayal, and revenge. And her book is called Hiraeth. So, without further ado, let us welcome Amrita. Amrita, how are you?
Thanks, Sumedha. What Sumedha failed to mention is that we have been friends for over 15 years now. And when I was a closet writer, I used to take Sumedha on the corridors of our college and I used to give her the notebooks very surreptitiously. I don't know why I did that though. It was all a very hidden affair. But thanks to her and some of my other friends that today I could publish the first novel. Yes.
Yeah, I still remember the days. I know we used to talk from Gone with the Wind to your, writings that you've written secretly and, shared it with me. And we used to dream of getting them published one day. And yeah, I am so proud that I am witnessing this journey of yours from being a closet writer to now a very successful published author. So, Amrita, tell us about your book now. Tell us something about your book. I think everyone wants to know about that.
Thanks, Aveda. The minute you mentioned the word published author takes me by surprise because that feeling has still not sunk in. I think the readers have been very kind and they've accepted the book. They've given me feedback which has been positive so far. So I stay indebted to the readers and I look forward to the book reaching a bigger audience and looking forward to their feedback as well. But yes, this is a concept that has been very close to my heart for several years. What is funny is that, first you get to know a word and then you understand the meaning of the word, right? In the case of Hiraeth, I experienced the emotion first, and after many years, I realized, oh, there is actually a word which describes this emotion. So Hiraeth is a Welsh word without any literal translation in English, but it roughly converts to longing for a place, person, or a thing which one is yet to experience. So basically, you have this longing, this sense of nostalgia for something and you don't even know what you're missing. And that's Hiraeth. And all of us would have experienced this emotion at some point of our lives. And now we have a word to describe that emotion. So yeah, that is the whole crux of Hiraeth. It sounds a bit of a philosophy. It's not. It has a social message, but it is a thriller at the end of the day.
I
You
know.
have read it, Sumedha. So
Yeah, yeah, and it has been such a fantastic read. I have enjoyed every second of reading the book, Amrita. I have to compliment you on your work. It's just absolutely stunning. And now for me, especially because I'm in Belgium right now and going through all the details you have, described in the book. Everything is so vivid. Like it felt like I'm in India, living all the festivals through your eyes, and I just like, you've made even rain sound like a celebration. It's like, yeah, it's, from rains to Karva Chauth to Durga Puja to weddings. It has been such a beautiful, ride through all the emotions and the details you've described. Tell us more about that.
sure. So India is a land of festivals. Since we were kids, I think every week we had some or the other festival, right? National, regional, even residential. Yeah. So all of us, I think, have grown up with this innate sense of festivals inbuilt in our system. And yes, once we started working, once like you relocated to Belgium, these things sort of took a passive stand in our lives. But the whole purpose of mentioning them in great details in the book is basically for the readers to reconnect to the roots again because they have somehow or the other shaped us. I'm a Bengali and I used to look forward to Durga Puja. January, come the New Year calendar, and I would map the date like every other Bengali. Now, when is Durga Puja? Those 5 days were days of frenzy, excitement, merrymaking, meeting friends and family, very much to what Diwali is in Delhi or even a Karwa Chauth. So, what happens is these festivals define the very soul of the city, right? Like you have a Makar Sankranti in South India, it defines the soul of the particular city. So the whole purpose of defining these festivals were two. Number one is I wanted people to recollect those beautiful days when we were carefree and we used to bask in these festivals, and our lives revolved around it. And second, the very unpredictability of life. If you, since you have read it, whenever in each of these three characters, their lives reached a crest at these festivals, and the next instant the world turned upside down, and that is how life is. One moment you're giggling, you're happy, you are on top of the world, and the next minute, it just gets pulled away. And I think it's sad, but that's the truth. That is how life is. So festivals are a gentle reminder of the positivity, the love, the feeling of brotherhood and companionship that is all around us. But what I think we also need to remember that the darkness is looming just around the corner. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's, I think that's so deep, Amrita. Who would have thought you would be telling us such deep thoughts? But, but it's fantastic. I think, yeah, I felt it all the way through your book, everything you're describing. And that's the most beautiful part of your book. It's so relatable. Everyone will be able to relate to the book, right from us, a teenager to someone, in their 30s will be absolutely able to relate to the book. Would you want to share something along these lines with the? Yeah, yeah.
So since you spoke about festivals, let me quote one paragraph on Delhi and Karwa Chauth. I've spent many formative years in Delhi. Oh, the city a lot, and the kind of frenzy I've seen in Delhi on and prior one day to Karwa Chauth is next level. So this is based on the second character Sanyuri, and I'll just read a paragraph. The brightness of the saris overpowered the timid light of the day. The immediate contrast in hues of bewitching red, magnificent magenta, astonishing purple, and splendid green smirked at the lesser bred colors of the day, grey, white, and black. It was the day of love conquering all odds, the day where you bond with your spouse in an everlasting, invisible, yet tangible connection that spreads across 7 lives and inspired everyone around. It was Karwa Chauth. The unmarried held clandestine fasts to ward off unwanted questions, while the happily married ones ensured everything about that day underlined their daunting love for their better halves. From the pious mehendi, the sacred gold jewelry, the look at only me makeup, to the ostentatious saris, everything reeked of love. That's Karwa Chauth.
That's beautiful, Amrita. That's absolutely beautiful, and not just the celebration and the festivals. You've actually captured the essence of the cities, also in which they are celebrated, and how Karwa Chauth in Delhi is when you read the book, or how Pujo in Kolkata is, and you give the readers that tremendous sense of living life in those cities, even without having been there.
Wouldn't you agree, Sumedha, that the city that you live in sort of changes your personality?
Mm-hmm.
I have personally lived in all the three cities. Actually, not much in Calcutta, but yeah. And the kind of shaping of personality that happens in each of these cities sort of changes your outlook, your perspective, your manners, right? And I think if I have to personify a city into a character, probably each of these characters would be like that.
I
Mishti is a teenager and bubbling with energy, traditional and yet modern, trying to do things. That's what Calcutta is,
Yeah, I
rich.
absolutely agree with you on all of that, Amrita. But on that note, we are going to take a short break. I need my coffee refill, and meanwhile, all of you can go grab your copies, order them on Amazon. Yeah, that's here, and order them. Where else can you order them, Amrita? Would you like
Hiraeth,
to tell?
you can find on Amazon. Just search Amrita Dutta Hiraeth. You can find it on Barnes and Noble. The publisher is Ukiyoto, one of the best publishers. You can look it up on their website and Oxford bookstores. We will continue the conversations.
Fantastic. So I'll just get my coffee refill and be back, Amrita. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.